Cosine squared of x is one of those integrals that pretty much everyone who is learning integration will end up doing at some point. Alright, so it's a pretty important integral to know how to solve, so this integral will go through a solid solution and the understanding behind it. So the first thing that we need to do is we have to use or remanipulate an identity that involves cosine squared of x. So the identity I'm talking about is cosine of 2x is equal to 2 cosine squared of x minus 1. Alright, but now we need cosine squared of x isolated. So we have cosine of 2x plus 1, taking the negative 1 across, divided by 2 is equal to cosine squared of x. Okay, so what that means is that we can now express our integral as such: cosine of 2x over 2 plus 1 over 2 dx. Now, whenever you have an integral that involves multiple terms that are being added, what we can do is we can split it into multiple integrals. In other words, we can do that. So what this allows us to do is solve these integrals individually. So for this integral, I'm going to make a u substitution. So I'm going to let 2x equal to u. Then differentiating u in terms of x, we get 2 dx. But as you can see, we only have a dx, we don't have 2 dx. So if we take the 2 across, then we can substitute in 1 over 2 du for dx. Okay, so now solving this left-hand integral, or rewriting it in terms of u, we have the integral of cosine of u over 2 times by 1 over 2 du. So all we really did was substitute in u for 2x and substitute in 1 over 2 du for dx. So we can take out this 1 over 2 and that 1 over 2 as 1 over 4. Okay, now we still have this integral, so we can still plus 1 over 2 dx. Okay, so now solving both these integrals, we have 1 over 4 times by sine of u, because the derivative of sine is cosine, so the integral of cosine must then be sine, plus 1 over 2x. And now you'll notice this integral was in terms of u, so our answer to it was in terms of u, and this integral is in terms of x, so our answer to it is in terms of x. And of course, don't forget the constant of integration plus c. So now, resubstituting in for u, we substitute back in 2x to express our integral finally in terms of x. So we have 1 over 4 sine of 2x plus 1 over 2x plus c. That's the integral of cosine squared of x solved. Thank you.